This is for Year 11 methods. It comes out of the Chapter 5 Functions Trial, question number 3. At a local park, the council is planning to build some slides for the children to play on. The children's playground architect is wondering which part to use. Sketch the 3 options that we've been given. So the first thing I notice is that they've all got restricted domains. And they've got the same restricted domain from 0 to 4. So obviously the slide's going to be 4 metres long. So I'm going to make that 4. And I'm going to make it the same 4 for each of them so that I can compare the slides. So that's X, that's X, that's X. So I can do the domain and pick up an easy mark. Oh, how good is that? Picking up easy marks like that. Okay, now I'm going to use my calculator to get a little look and see what these look like. So, keyboard, I've got 1 divided by 10 x minus 4 squared plus a half. XE, yep, that's nice, that's what it looks like. I've got 5 divided by bracket x plus 1. Yep, and I've got that, but on the bottom it's squared, so I put an extra bracket around it. Otherwise it will square the final event, not what I'm after. Double check, that's beautiful. I'm going to bring up my window. I'm going to go from 0 to 4. Okay. I'm going to pick this up, drag and drop. Pick this up, drag and drop. Pick this up, drag and drop. And then I'm going to go zoom auto. Okay, there's my 3 slides. I might just go to the window and make my minimum Y 0 so I can see the ground. I can see my maximum is 5. Okay, so there are my 3 different curves. If I go analysis, trace, it flashes on this one. And if I go up and down, I can change to this one, I can change to this one, I can change to this one. And as I change them, notice it gives me the equation up here of the colour. So I can swap between the two. That's the last one, which is blue, and it's written in blue. And this is the second one, and that's the first one in green. So if I go analysis G-solve, and I'm looking for y-intercept, it's asking me which one do you want. I want the green one. So I keep on going up and down until I get the green one. Then I press XE and it tells me it's 2.1. Okay, so I know that this first one. So I need to go to a maximum of 5. I'm going to do the same for all of them so I can compare them. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I've got 2.1. So I'd like to find interactive, have the graph highlighted, analysis G-solve, do a Y-calc when x equals. So it wants to know which curve. I want the green curve, so I go up and down until I get the green curve. I've got the green curve. I press XE, and now it's going to ask me where, so I type in 4. And that's at a half. So I'm there at a half. And it's a parabola. Doing this in pencil so I get a nice curve, endpoint 4.5. Okay, I'm now going to go through and do the other one. So if I do analysis G-solve y-intersection, and I'm looking for, that's the last one, so I'll go through and find the red one, that's the red one. So that's at 5. And it certainly is higher. And if I go analysis, G-solve, Y-calc, I want a Y-calc. I want for the red curve, so I'll go up and down until I find, I went too far, so cycle through again. There's the red curve, press XE, put X equals 4. Okay, and it tells me that it is at 1. So I'm thinking to myself, for a slide, this is darn high, 5 metres, good heavens. It's halfway up the Palmer Street building. Very dangerous playground slide. Also, it finishes a metre off the ground. Can you imagine little kids as they jump off the slide? They've got to jump down a metre. Certainly, I think that this one is a better model than this one. And lastly, I'm going to have a similar problem. I can see my blue one. While it finishes nice and low, it is far too high. I think maybe the slide actually is a better shape because you go down fast and you've got plenty of time to slow down, but it could be a little bit too steep too quickly. So analysis, G-solve, I want the Y, well I don't need to do the Y intersection because I can see it's 5. And if I make that 0, I can see that. So I'm going to do a Y-calc when X equals, that's the one I want, so press XE, put in 4 and go OK, and it's 0.2, so you can do 1/5. So it's 0.2, so 20 centimetres off the ground, which is nice, and that's at 5, but it comes really steep, and then it finishes like that. 4, 0.2, that's 5. I've done my graphs. To do my range, this is going to go from 1/2 up to 2.1. This is going to go from 1 up to 5. This is going to go from 0.2 up to 5. You could write this as 21 on 10, and you could write this as being 1 on 5. Both 0.2 and 1.5 are both exact. 2.1 and 21 on 10 are both exact because the 2.1 wasn't a rounded number. I could have found my endpoints by subbing in X equals 4 into the equation, and again it would have given me the answers as well. And to the second part of the question, which one is best? H of X and T of X are too high for a safe slide. H of X ends too high. So Q of X is best, so it gets ranked first. I think because H of X, T of X finishes so low is second, and H of X I'm calling third. And that's my reasoning. It's to do with the context of a slide being too high.